My name's Dave Dalkiewicz. I opened up here in '76. I'd worked for another guy at a shop called Caravan, part-time and full-time for about 6 years while I was going to school, and then I ran his shop for 3 years in South Bethany at the time. Yeah, actually Fu gravitated to Caravan because he lived in the DC area, believe it or not. He lived in Rockville for a year, maybe two, and he used to come to this area to surf. At the time, he was about 14 years old. I went to the University of Maryland, College Park. I graduated in '75 with a degree in business. Then got into my own thing in '76 and started right here in '76, and I've been here ever since. It was a 4-unit apartment building, and it's kind of been my project ever since. I guess I own the building, or it owns me. Actually, that's why I call it surfing products. It kind of leaves a door open for doing various rep and or distribution venues. I kind of got started actually with Heritage, Dan Heritage. I repped and distributed for him a bit in the southern states, from Jersey south, Delaware south, and he helped me get started here actually with surfboards and various products, and then also freeform wetsuits out of New Jersey, which is no longer there. But Heritage has flourished, his family's continued, and he passed away a few years ago, but his family's continued well with 3 good-sized retail shops in South Jersey. I've had a good relationship with Mike Eaton over the years, always carry his boards. Tony Channon. My own label, I've tried to foster that in more recent times. Carry Hobies, Stewart's, a few Bud Gardners. Some of these molded boards from Acme Surfworks, and a few other labels from time to time. A friend of mine from Maine, Frenchie. So there's quite a variety of boards in here. Well, I do some of them here actually, believe it or not. I don't have the best setup yet. I've been wanting a good shaping room for a long time, but I'll do them out front on the porch and in the back room here. But then in the wintertime, frequently I try to get out west. I'm able to work at either Channon's or Eaton's, and that's where I get real good glass work out there, although I'll do glass work here too. But one way or another, I'll get a good batch done every year. I'm trying to be just as versatile as I can be. I've done stuff from 5'10" to 9'6", and I'm interested in all aspects. Once again, I'll emphasize the float and paddle of the board, and maybe the ease of learning on equipment that's maybe a little larger than the person actually needs, and then kind of graduating from there, if you will. But there's a lot of aspect here, not only for the smaller surf, but then the wintertime and the cold. In the cold, for instance, you have to wear more equipment. You're going to be more weighted down. It's more difficult to paddle. You probably aren't going to surf as often. You're going to be a lot more choosy about the conditions. Having what we would generally refer to as a winter board makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Well, I think this place maybe gets a little pigeonholed for older guys. They can relate to it more maybe because I will tend to carry equipment that's more floatable, can paddle it easier, something that I believe makes more sense for our conditions. But if you look around here, you'll see surfboards from 6 feet, needled out little chippers, to full-on 9, 6, 10-foot classics. Surfing to me is a pretty universal kind of thing. I don't. It's from the 5-year-old kid to as old as you want to keep yourself doing it. Yeah, I've had the fortune of traveling to the Caribbean, up and down this coast, the west coast of this country, Mexico, Hawaii, and even Europe a bit. Yeah, that's been really cool. I also feel as though I've had to give up a lot to be able to do it. If you consider an aspect of living in the city and ostensibly working a good job there, I kind of think at this point in my life, you know, monetarily, I probably would have been better off. It's arguable one way or the other. You have to give up a lot to live at the beach, I believe, and people find that out, especially when they try to get through winters here. It can be pretty tough.